Welcome to Universal Guidance. It's time for What is My Ex Thinking? Let's find out. I have shuffled these cards really good. I'm going to give them 3 more shuffles. And then I will cut them, the 3-way cut. A little slippery, they're brand new. One more shuffle. That one, there we go. Okay, and a 3-way cut. So Pisces, let's find out, what is your ex thinking? So, make sure you can see those. Wow. Pisces, Pisces, Pisces. It's a 2-part reading. I have the first part here and the second part here. Let's start with this part, because the overall energy of this reading is in the first part of the reading, and it is the 8 of Cups, the walking away. So this is in both your energies. So I really can't decide, who walked away. But this is the overall energy. So it feels like you're both still thinking about this breakup, both of you. Let's read on. Let's get more information. Up here, Pisces, in your highest energy is the Strength card. This is the card for Leo. So Leo might be in your chart, might be around this reading. But more importantly, this is the card of knowing what you have to do, that infinity symbol above the figure's head, and doing it. But it takes a lot of strength, a lot from down deep in order to do it. And what you need to do is move forward. And this is the Chariot. This is the card for Cancer. So Cancer may be in your chart, may be in their chart, or around the reading. But this is about moving forward. But this is moving forward with speed. So you want to move forward. I think you know that you don't want to just lag around, and you really want to get it done and move forward from this relationship. You have a lot of questions here. I have the Queen of Cups in your highest energy. So you do have a lot of questions about love. I think you're wondering if you loved them, if they loved you, why you didn't see that this wasn't going to work out, or what does love look like? What does it feel like? I mean, this cup is the only cup in the deck that has a lid on it. And the lid has little windows all the way around. And what the Queen, male or female, is trying to do is peek into those windows to get answers to love questions. This is possible water energy, so Pisces, Scorpio, or Cancer. This is your card, Pisces. It's up in your highest energy here. So under the Strength card, I have the 7 of Swords. The strength to overcome. You have to overcome some sort of sneaky and deceitful behavior. That's what the 7 of Swords is all about. And that's what caused the walking away. It's right next to the 8 of Cups. So whoever was having this sneaky behavior, and now I think it was them, caused the separation, the walking away from each other. Now, on the other side of the 8 of Cups is the Ace of Pentacles. Now, this is about security, stability, commitment, groundedness. It's right under the Queen of Cups. So that's one of your questions. It's like, why didn't they ever, make me feel secure in this relationship? Why haven't they offered me any commitments in this relationship? Why, that's part of your questions, of your love questions. There was some sneaky behavior or some sort of deceitful behavior. going on in this relationship. It could be something as simple as them maybe acting as if they had something to offer you, but they really had no intentions of doing so. And it could be something as powerful as a third party situation. I don't see any other cards so far about a third party, but they were being deceitful, okay, for some reason, somehow. Under the Seven of Swords, we're right into their energy. So I'm reading next to that deceitful behavior, right under it is a Temperance card. This is their guardian angels and spirit guides. This is in their highest energy. They're trying, their guardian angels and spirit guides have been working really hard to get them to take a look at their actions. They're trying to get them balanced because you can't just go around acting this way with other people. For one thing, it doesn't suit their life either. And I think their guardian angels and spirit guides, they have them surrounded right now, and they're trying to get them to balance themselves out. I really think that they want them to see their actions and to, you know, be aware of what they were doing so they can change that. Because as long as they're going to live in this deceitful energy, nothing's ever going to be balanced for them. They also want to teach them patience. This is the card for Sagittarius, so Sagittarius might be in their chart, might be around the reading someplace. I want to point that out. Next to Temperance here, I have the Three of Wands. Now, this is under the walking away. They are looking out over the world. They're looking for someone else. They might be looking for you to come back in towards them, but I don't really feel like that's the case. I feel like they're just kind of scanning the horizon for a new ship to come in. This is the waiting, watching, and wondering card. Now, if Temperance is actually succeeding this time, okay, because this isn't usually the first time. When you have the Seven of Swords, it's become part of their nature. If they're actually succeeding and showing them, you know, how they can stay balanced and in their own life, they might be waiting for you to shoot them a text, make some sort of advancement towards communication or something. But they are waiting, and they're looking out over the horizon, and they are wondering if their ship is going to come in. And it all has to do with this walking away. But see, the reason I wonder if they're waiting for you, one other reason, besides our guardian angels and spirit guides, are right under the Seven of Swords, which is, this is what tore the relationship up, the Seven of Swords. So far, I haven't taken out the second part of the reading yet. That can tell us anything. But I have the Star card. This is the card of Aquarius. This is down here in their highest energy. But more importantly, this is the energy of healing, and healing deep, right down to the bare bones. That's why I'm almost wondering if they kind of want some sort of signal from you if you want to resume this relationship. This is like seeing their own reflection in that pool of water and having their reflection bounce back and remind them of who they are and who they're meant to be. It's under the Ace of Pentacles. That commitment, that security and stability. They have some deep healing to do before they can offer that. But they might be thinking about offering that with the Ace of Pentacles right above the Star card. Let me take out more cards. Let's take out the second half of this reading. Okay, here we go. Your highest energy comes first. The Seven of Pentacles. That's one of your questions. That's one of your, okay, call it a question. It's about why did you have to wait so long to get, for your security, for your stability, for your commitment, for this relationship to come to fruition. It's like it started someplace, and it's probably a good place. Matter of fact, I see the Fool card here, so I'm pretty darn sure it was a real fun experience at first. But it didn't seem to go beyond that ever. So this is the card, the Seven of Pentacles, of waiting for something to come to fruition. You have the Seven of Wands right next to that. And this tells me that you were kind of blocking the realization that this wasn't coming to fruition for a while. You were kind of like letting it slide, so to speak. Okay, hasn't come to fruition. We'll just let it slide for a while, and maybe it will, hopefully it will sometime, because I feel like this is something you really wanted. But it's right next to the Fool card. And the Fool card, this is about leaping into things without really looking in the future. So it's putting your head in the clouds, enjoying the moment, and, lots of fun and just frivolous times, joy. But the Fool usually finds themselves at the edge of a cliff. So this looks like exactly what happened in your relationship. You were ignoring any red flags, if there were any. You were blocking the thoughts of this not coming to fruition, or not advancing this relationship. No commitments, no stability or groundedness. You were just kind of ignoring that and going with the flow here until the walking away. Okay, so you did find yourself at the edge of the cliff. It happens to everybody, I think, sometime in their life. They just go with the flow. It's all a lesson learned, and I'm going to tell you why in just a second. So the center energy is a Knight of Swords, and the Knight of Swords is right under the Seven of Pentacles. So this is like, here you are, you're moving forward fast, but not without cutting out that hope for this to come to fruition. You're like, forget this. This is going nowhere. And it's like something that just dawns on you. And this Knight of Swords is rushing right towards that Ace of Pentacles, and you're like, this is never going to happen. It's some sort of realization. On the back side of this Knight of Swords is the Judgment card. Spiritual lesson. Yeah, it's in your energy. And part of the spiritual lesson that you've been going through with this relationship, I think is, don't block. See, it's right below the Seven of Wands. So I think part of your spiritual lesson is about, try not to block the realizations of things that aren't going forward, okay? That aren't serving you or not coming to fruition. Try not to block those thoughts that come in, and then you won't get to a point, so you can nip it in the bud, so to speak, or ask the right questions before it goes too far. This has all been a spiritual lesson for you. I feel like you've really learned a lesson from this relationship, especially with the Knight of Swords. It's like like I said, it was like a realization that came to you, and you're like, wait a minute here. I just got it. This isn't going anywheres. And I feel like that's what happened, Pisces. On the other side of the Judgment card is a Ten of Swords. The Ten of Swords is good, really, because there's no 11 of Swords. So it was painful. The thoughts were painful. It was painful to realize that you jumped into this too fast. You put your head in the clouds. You just went with the flow and living in the present. And, you know, in the back of your mind, you always wanted that commitment, though. You always wanted this to advance, this relationship. And then it just hit you. This isn't happening. And, yeah, it was very painful. But these swords are going to start falling off because this is the 10 of Swords. Okay? There's no 11. So you're coming to the end of the pain. You're moving forward swiftly. You still have lots of questions, and perhaps you're getting lots of answers. Because I feel like you're getting your answers because the Judgment card is here. And to learn a spiritual lesson, you're going to have to get some answers. You're going to have to be able to see what happened, so this doesn't happen again. Not like this anyway. This is one lesson. That's all. One. Sometimes I guess there could be more. But this is about this relationship. So let's get into their energy now. I have the Six of Cups. You might have known them since childhood, since teenage years. Or even before. You know, but this is a soulmate card. So this is the attraction. You're soulmates. That's why you might have just looked into each other's eyes, thought it was love at first sight, started a relationship and just flew with it. But the thing is we have many, many, many soulmates in this world. These are people, souls, that we've known before in other lifetimes. And you can see it and you can feel it when you're near them or look into their eyes. That was the attraction between the two of you. Now, in their healing here, I think they're realizing that you were a soulmate. I think they're realizing a big part of this relationship was like meant to be. It's under the Knight of Swords, so I think they're the ones that might have walked away because the Knight of Swords is above the soulmate card. And I feel like they're the ones that, if they didn't walk away, they're the ones that ruined the relationship by being deceitful, hiding things, not being truthful, or something is just not right. You know, something that I'm trying to see other clues of what this energy is of the Seven of Swords. They're not balanced, okay? They don't have it together. Perhaps they were coming off as someone that they really aren't. Like they really had it together when they don't. Something like that, you know? So next to the Six of Cups is the Nine of Wands. This soulmate relationship wore them out. They couldn't take it anymore. They got to a point where they felt like they were being dragged through the mud in this relationship. It really wore them out. They got defensive, very defensive in this relationship. This is right under the Judgment card. It feels like something that was meant to happen, all of it. The Judgment card is in both your energies. So, this spiritual lesson, they had to come to the Nine of Wands in order to start to heal, in order for Temperance to be able to do their jobs, their guardian angels and spirit guides to do their work for them. I have the Page of Swords. So right now, in their highest energy, they're on guard. They have, you know, their antennas are up, and they're kind of, so I don't think, I'm really not sure if they're waiting for you to make some sort of communication or to show up at their door. But they are looking out over the world. You know, I feel more like they're dreaming in a way, like they're just kind of looking out there, wondering if there really is somebody out there that is right for them. I really kind of feel like that's the energy I get from there. I really don't think they're waiting for you. You know, and if you do want to make an advancement toward them, what's the worst that can happen? You'll break up? You've already done that. So, and their highest energy is a Page of Swords. So they are on guard, and they're on guard about this feeling, okay, of the Knight of, or the Nine of Wands. The beat up feeling, worn out, drugged to the mud feeling. Now, this is, they had to go through that in order to learn their spiritual lesson. And their spiritual lesson is about recognizing soulmates, knowing that it's not everybody who is the right person for them. But I think more importantly, it's about, you know, remembering who they are, how to be in life. And this 10 of Swords next to the Judgment card, this is really important in their energy because, yeah, they felt it. They had to feel it in order to learn their spiritual lesson. So their swords are going to fall away too. It is the 10 of Swords, but it does leave them in this on guard sort of energy of being very cautious about the next relationship that may come in, whether it's you or someone else. So Pisces, this was your reading, and I thank you for watching Universal Guidance.